Could Allie have finally come clean? Are Aria and Holbrook working together? And could CeCe or Hanna be A? What's up, lovely people? It's Angela, and I'm here to do my Pretty Little Liars Season 5, Episode 12 recap of Taking This One to the Grave. I meant to do this last night, but I'm convinced I had food poisoning from Backyard Burger, and I felt like shit all last night and pretty much all day today, which is why I look like this. I'm not vain, but I mean, I even know that I don't look good, okay? Sorry, guys. And when I bring my Theory Thursday video at y'all tomorrow, hopefully it'll be inside, and people will take the hint to go to bed, and I will have quiet and look a little better, feel a little better. Let's get started in this recap. So, the mid-season finale overall was really great. I enjoyed it immensely. I thought the acting was phenomenal. I thought there were clues everywhere. The two things that pissed me off, let's get to those. The death and the arrest, okay? We're not morons. We knew it was going to be Mona that died, and we knew it was going to be Spencer that got arrested. I mean, I know I made a theory video on who I thought it would be. I was trying to, like, lie to myself and hope that they would not take the obvious route, which they did. This makes me nervous because I'm wondering now if they're going to take the obvious route with A. You know, seasons 1 through 3 kept me on my toes. And a little bit in season 4, and especially in season 5, everything is given away in the promos now. I almost just don't want to watch the promos anymore. You know, stick to the Canadian ones because they make me want to watch, but they don't give anything away, which is amazing. I think for even 12 promo, it really didn't even mention a death that much. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched the promo for that one. Oh well. But yeah, the writers, I think, are getting sloppy, and it's making me frustrated. Their audience is obviously super smart, and they don't give us enough credit, I don't think. So hopefully 5B will be much better. Maybe somebody will get their head out of their ass and pull it together, because I don't want to know everything. But I find it ironic that seasons 1 through 3, we had, like, so many questions and no answers, and then this season we have, like, answers and answers and answers and, like, very little mystery and, you know, questions or whatever. Obviously, there's still a big one of who's Uber A and is Maya dead, or, you know, I mean, there's still a lot. But I was not happy that they basically ruined it in the promo. Alright, getting into the recap. The episode starts on Thanksgiving Day. Now, for us, it's been 2 years since their last Halloween special. But for them, it's been like a month. Find that hilarious. Like the same month. Oh, God, it never ends. Like 2 years later. Anyway, starts on Thanksgiving Day, and Aria, Ezra, Emily, and Hanna are outside of a house that has been corned off as a crime scene. They're all visibly upset, and Hanna is crying. Aria says that by the amount of blood, it's obvious nobody could have survived that. And then they all get a text from A that says, "It's all your fault." We go backwards 36 hours to see Allie getting ready to take her lie detector test. The cop is asking her some baseline questions. And then we go to Mona's room, where Mona's listening to music and reading a book. And there's the green doll that Marlene has posted a picture of on Instagram. A lot of people said it had a camera in its eye. I personally agree with this. Her mom comes in and says she has company. So she goes downstairs to find the 4 liars, and they are needing her help. They know that Allie is at the police station, and they really want her help. And she basically is really hesitant to give it to them, and it just... Sorry, I just totally brain blipped. But she's really hesitant to give her help to them. And I can see why, because when she was A, and all this resentment toward Allie was, like, bubbling up and coming to the surface, she was very sick and needed help. And now that she's finally gotten to a little bit better place, it seems like she's okay now. Except now that Allie's back, she's gone back downhill a little bit, and she's afraid she's going to lose her Mona again. So I really don't think she wanted to help, but I think she felt bad for taking her Allie anger out on the girls, as she apologizes to them for that. Mona's mom comes in, and she has declared that she has baked some fresh chocolate chip cookies, and everybody's kind of got to leave. And Hanna says she's going to wait for the cookies. Of course. What what would any normal girl do? I'm fucking waiting for the damn chocolate chip cookies. I'm a chocoholic anyway. First, Mrs. Fields bakes popovers, and now Mona's mom bakes cookies. Fucking Martha Stewart's everywhere. So, Mona leaves, and she's standing on the staircase, but her mother asks Hanna if, now that Allie's back, if everything has started back again. And Hanna says, you know, I'm not Allie's friend. I don't know, but I know everybody is scared of her. Okay. Mona runs back upstairs and gets on the phone with presumably Lucas and says, send out a plan A. She's plotting something big. So Mona goes to the brew where she runs into Lucas, and she tells him she thinks she's being followed and nobody is at the brew. We're assuming that Mona was trying to assemble her army, but nobody is there. Lucas tells us that Allie has convinced everyone that Mona is now crazy Mona. And Mona asks him if you can be crazy and not know it. She's referring to Allie because she thinks Allie has gone full on socio. The girls are at school talking to Mona in the bathroom. And Mona is agreeing to help, but they can't tell any of their bed buddies. Mona says that Allie picked the 4 girls because it was a challenge. It was a perfect group for a sociopath to manipulate. You had the smart one, the loyal one, the admiring one, and the compassionate one, I think, were their things. And Mona thinks that Allie stole the game from her, that she is and now she's coming clean to the police because Allie doesn't want to play the game anymore. Like, the dolls are refusing to play, and so Allie's gotten bored of the game. But Mona is going to find out what Allison has said to the cops. As the girls are leaving the bathroom, Cindy and Mindy come in. These are the twins. We've seen them before when Allie first returned to Rosewood. She's like, hey, Cindy, hey, Mindy. These are the twin girls. They're fucking creepy as fuck. The girls leave, and the twins, like, smile really weird at each other, and they leave as well. So, obviously, they were spying on them. And there's this really cute scene with Paley, and they kiss. I'm not a Paley shipper, so I really don't give a damn. Mrs. V is at school, and she's talking to the principal, and she lies to Mona and says she's dropping off food for the food drive. After she leaves, Allison is seen standing with a group of 4 girls that look identical to the 4 original liars. She gives this really weird, creepy smile at Mona before being called into the principal's office. Presumably, Mr. Hackett, or whatever his name is going to talk to her about going easy on Mona. That's why her mom was there. She doesn't want her daughter to go down that path again. We never know, because frickin' Mona dies. Okay? That's all I got to say. Ezra and Arya are baking pies. And then Spencer and Toby have this scene. He's come back. He's going to graduate Police Academy that night at the Brew that I thought was closing, but evidently it's going to be open for graduation ceremonies. If you need a graduation venue, call the Brew, where pedophiles work, and Toby will graduate, but he really doesn't. I don't know if he ever did or not. Probably not. He was in the hospital. That was really dumb. I'm sorry. This scene, okay, I am a Spoby shipper. Love Spencer and Toby together. This scene fucking weirded me out. It was really, like, disturbing. Their role playing. I don't know. I was a little grossed out. Personally, that's just me. I thought it was cute that she gave him the watch, though, and it was like, you are my once upon a time, or whatever. That was cute, but role-playing, just leave it off camera, guys. Leave it off camera. Lucas is at the police station. He says he's there for the high school liaison program, and he is breaking into Officer Maple's computer, and Mona is hiding in the bathroom. They are getting the information on Allie, her lie detector test. Hey, Hanna, Caleb, and Paige and Emily are decorating Emily's house for Christmas. Emily is super excited about Christmas. I am super excited about Christmas. I love Christmas. I cannot wait for Christmas. I'm so tired of heat, but I am with Emily 100%. Love, love, love Christmas. They're decorating, and it's just really cute. Emily's shirt says, "This girl loves Christmas." It has, like, read her boobs. Like, that's what's wrong with her. Mona calls Hanna, and she lies to Caleb and says it's her mom. And then Emily and Caleb kind of team up and, call Hanna out because, you know, Hanna can't really lie to Caleb. And she basically tells him everything, and that's kind of off screen. So the girls are all gathered together, and they are watching the lie detector test, and Allie is saying that Spencer came to her house that night, that they were all in the barn together, and she was angry, she dropped her pills. The police were asking if she was desperate, and Allie replies she was emotional. They wonder, in return for Allison's silence about Spencer's pills, what was she willing to do? What was Spencer willing to do? And then they ask Allie if she has anything else to say, and Allie says, I didn't have anything to do with Bethany's death. Okay. We go to Detective Yummy, and he is at Allie's house. He's saying he should wait for Tanner, but he obviously has something he wants to tell Allison in person, and I'm wondering what that is. Maybe he was giving Allie a heads up that they were going to arrest Spencer. I really don't know. I'm thinking that was it. Or maybe Allie finally did come clean in the lie detector. Maybe she told the 100% truth. We'll get to that a little bit at the end. So Mona asked for Caleb's help because she knew Hanna would tell him about it, and he says, your software is really good, is it military? And she replies with, you don't want to know. Mona's got the connect, okay? And it would not surprise me if that doll did have a camera in its eye set there by Mona. Maybe she doesn't even trust her own mom. Caleb cannot get into the Radley files, but he can get into the affidavit. And what the affidavit says is that Allie is no longer a suspect in the death of Bethany Young, but Spencer Hastings is. Obviously, the girls are freaking out and they're swearing they'll band together. The police think that Spencer killed Bethany to gain favor with Allison. The police should be asking themselves, why would Allison want Bethany dead? Even if she didn't do it, what did she have against Bethany? That's just what I think. Spencer wants to go to Radley with Mona and find a connection between Allison and Bethany. And so Spencer and Mona go to Radley with Caleb and Hanna in their car, keeping patrol, and Caleb is hacking into the computers and opening doors for them. And Emily is keeping Allison occupied at her house. When Allie walked in, she said that she saw Emily was scared shitless, basically. Emily kind of denies it, and she's like, well, why am I here? And Emily tells her she doesn't want things to end this way, or be like this. And Allison has turned her back and gives a smirk, and she's like, oh, me either. Okay. Aria's at her art class at Radley, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's 7 p.m. Why are these mental patients not in bed? Like, who has an art class at 7 o'clock at night? I mean, shouldn't you be winding these patients down and reading them like a story or something? I don't know. Holbrook comes to Radley. Detective Yummy is in the building, and he runs into Aria and says, we've made quite a mess of things. Okay, Holbrook, are you working with Aria now, or are you just being kind of creepy and sketch? Aria does drop a can of red paint on the floor, and oh shit. Sorry, guys. So sorry. She is picking up the red paint. Back in season 1, episode 5, when the red writing is on the mirror in Spencer's room, I think it was, and Aria puts it on her hand, I mentioned in a previous video that I thought this could have been Aria red-handed. For all you Aria is A people out there, red paint, again, Aria A. For all you out there, I'm not saying I think she is. We'll get to who I think she is at the end. But Yummy says that he didn't know she volunteered there, and he's wondering when the lies, cover-ups, and murder started. Did Allie come clean? Does he know more than he's letting on, like everybody else in fucking Rosewood? I think so. I think Allie came clean, guys. Okay, so, and then he says, oh, I mean volunteering. Was it after they identified Bethany's body? Did Spencer put you up to this? And Aria's like, do I need my parents? Good girl, Aria. Finally thinking about your parents, huh? In the car, Caleb finds a piece of paper above the visor, and it's all these smart colleges, and he asks Hanna what it's about, and Hanna says, oh, evidently I did really well on the SCTs. And Caleb's like, you mean the SATs? She's like, yeah, the guidance counselor thought I cheated, but I didn't, and these are all colleges brainiacs go to. Okay, we'll get to that later, too. Allie goes through Emily's phone and finds the text from Hanna that says, you know, are you with A? And she goes, oh, Hanna, y'all think I'm A now? Whatever. What's going on? Allie is telling her that she believed her, and Emily replies with, it must hurt when the loyal one betrays you. Yeah, it sure does. Cindy and Mindy are outside in the car waiting for Allison, and Paige is there because she's dropping off soup because Emily told Paige she wasn't feeling good. Damn, lesbians need to mind their own business. I'm just kidding. I love everybody, okay? Just a joke. Mona's talking about early acceptance to Yale, Harvard, and Dartmouth while they're looking through the Bethany Young file and tapes, and this was a dead ringer that she was going to die, making plans, had everything together. Yeah, right, Mona. And they find one from August 8th, and it's a recording of Bethany saying, I thought she really liked me, but everything she said was a lie. Every word, every visit. And then she said something about, like, mother like daughter. So Mrs. D, we find out, was having an affair with Bethany's dad. Mrs. D is turning into fucking Peter Hastings, putting her pussy at any man that she can find, unless her dad is Peter Hastings. Maybe they're having a competition for who can be the, like, man whore or the slut of the show. I don't know. And then Spencer's on the phone with Toby as they're fleeing Radley, and he gets hit by a car. And that was the one thing that's, like, genuinely surprised me this episode. I was like, what the fuck, not again. You know, there was a time that Spencer thought Toby was dead, and she was downward spiraling, and I was freaking out. But we come back from commercial break, and he's fine. He's going to be in a cast for a month. And he's chilling at the brew with all the girls and Mona. And Detective Yummy busts through the door in his, like, sexy strut. And places Spencer under arrest. All the girls are screaming, no, she didn't do it. And Toby's like, Spencer. And everybody's telling her, you know, they'll call her family. How would they know if Spencer did it or not? They were all roofied. I mean, come on. I personally did not want Spencer to be arrested. I wanted to be arrested by Detective Yummy myself. He can use his handcuffs on me anytime. Just have to throw that out there. Okay, so she gets arrested, and we go back to Thanksgiving Day. Now, Toby... Oh, that was on Thanksgiving Day. I'm sorry, when she got arrested. So Mona is in her room, and she is listening to the Bethany tapes, and her mom is getting ready to leave to go to their family dinner. Mona promises that she will be an hour behind her. And as Mona heads inside, there is a black hoodie with blonde hair watching. She turns around to close the door, and, of course, Black Hoodie is gone. Of course, we couldn't get, like, a reveal. That every mid-season finale, I think, has had, like, a big reveal. And we didn't get shit. I mean, we got a death. Okay. We didn't get a reveal. Come on now. I would have preferred both if I could have had it my way. But, obviously, it didn't happen. Arya and Ezra are at Arya's house, and Arya is freaking out about Spencer. Apparently, she's being processed, so she'll be out in no time. She'll be out for the Christmas special, because I've seen a picture of her, and I don't remember who else it was. I think it was Emily. It was either her and Emily or her and Arya, but they're looking into Allie's house. Now... But Mona calls Arya and says that Allie lured Bethany to Rosewood because she was jealous of the affair and she wanted to get revenge and wanted Bethany dead. Mona can now prove Allie is A. And after she hangs up the phone with Arya, she's looking into her mirror and she's like, game over, Allison. I win. And I wanted to be like, no, you don't, Mona. No, you really don't. We see a black hoodie coming up the stairs with blonde hair. And she hears the door behind her creak, and she's like, Mom? And then black hoodie rushes at her and presumably kills her, slaughters her like a pig. I mean, there was fucking blood everywhere. It was intense. So Arya, Ezra, Emily, and Hanna all head over to Mona's house, and they walk in, see all this blood. The house is trashed. blood in the downstairs. It looks like Black Hoodie / A just went and like banged her against the wall. You know, bang. And I mean, it looks like there was a fight, like a freaking fight. I think Mona fought to the death. I think that bitch is a fighter. And we hear a scream. So the cops come, tape off the scene. Officer Yummy, Detective Yummy, whatever we're calling him, is giving a press conference, and he is saying the amount of blood indicates that the victim's wounds were fatal, that Mona Vanderwall has been murdered, and her mom is like sobbing, like, no, no, and at that point I was kind of with her. I wasn't sobbing, but I was just sad. The girls are obviously there, except Spencer, who's in jail. Ezra is there. Lucas is there, and we see Allie, like, with her arms folded, watching from between two cars, and I was like, show your face, bitch. I didn't notice if she had a black hood. Some people have said she had, and others don't think she did. I really didn't notice. I don't think she did. That was just me, but I didn't really see one. So, probably the saddest scene of the entire episode, because I really thought overkill at this point, was when the same blonde goes to Emily's nativity scene, takes out baby Jesus, and puts in baby Mona doll, and places baby Jesus in the trunk of their car with dead Mona, whose eyes are open, and fucking freaked me out. Did anybody else have nightmares? I was like, okay. If I didn't feel like so sick and sleep so hard last night, I would have definitely had a nightmare. I actually had a dream that, I think it was Ezra told me that he was A, because you guys know how I feel about Ezra, and he's like, you're so stupid, you need to see, and I was just like, okay, whatever. That was just totally random. I'm so sorry. And then we go to Black Hoodie making a snow globe of the 4 liars in it. What do we think of the episode? Did we like it? Were we not surprised? I mean, as I stated earlier, I really enjoyed it, but I wasn't surprised in the slightest. And I have a few theories after watching this episode. So, because Mrs. D has had an affair with Peter Hastings, and the result of that affair was Jason DeLaurentis, are we assuming that Bethany and Jason are twins? Could Peter Hastings be Bethany Young's father? Well, I don't know. Like, what do y'all think? Leave it down below what your theories from this episode were. That one is kind of my second theory, because my main theory contradicts it. Okay, here's my main theory. Are we ready? We know the actress that plays CeCe is coming back for the Christmas special. Mona is going to be the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future. Now, we've seen a little girl that's going to play Allie, so presumably that's the past, like way distant past, okay? Why would CeCe be back, huh? That's my question. When we see Mona's room in this episode, she is listening to French music. She is reading a book called Le Grand Malines. I don't speak French. I'm so sorry. I know I butchered that. But it's a French book. All her dolls make it look very French. CeCe presumably went to France. We never saw her get on that plane. We saw her in the Vivian Darkbloom outfit, giving her passport to the flight attendant, but never saw her get on the plane. And then Allie was wearing the Vivian Darkbloom wig when she was talking to Cyrus in the woods. Are there two, or is CeCe back? The blonde made me think of CeCe. It really did. The long blonde hair, I kind of was thinking it was CeCe, but the build was a little huskier than CeCe would be. You know, CeCe's like long and lanky, and a lot of people think that the blonde might have been a wig. I'm wavering on that. I go back and forth because, okay, it might have been a wig. I've never worn a wig, so you guys have to help me out with this. When you have a wig on, like, you know how your hair, you know how your natural hair gets like kind of like split looking and kind of frizzy when you have like a hood or a hat on? Do wigs do the same thing, or do they just stay kind of like smooth? Because that hair had a little bit of frizz to it. I'm just going to throw that out there. So my second thing, could it have been Hanna that killed Mona? Let me explain, okay? when we see Hanna at the very beginning of the episode, she has a bloody bruise on her hand. Also, there is a stray thread on her jacket. Now, I know Hanna has been acting a little sketchy lately. Not sketchy, sorry. I know Hanna has been dressing in some hobo clothes lately. And this outfit that she was wearing in the beginning actually looked kind of nice. So I'm wondering why she has a stray thread on it. Was she in a physical altercation? Does that explain the bruise? Because she didn't have it the 36 hours earlier, you know? And when Mona called Arya, it never showed what Hanna was up to. What was Hanna up to? Killing Mona? Hanna is a little bit chunkier, not that she's fat, but she has a little more curve to her body than CeCe would. And the body was definitely kind of curvy. This makes me think that Hanna and CeCe might be the twins. And I also think that, like, maybe Cindy and Mindy, when they walked into the bathroom toward the beginning of the episode, could have been referring to one of the people in that bathroom has a twin. We all know that everything that has been mentioned about twins has something to do with Hanna. Could CeCe be her twin? When Spencer was flipping through this photo book that we saw in last night's episode, I literally had to pause. She was looking at the picture of the 5 girls, because Allie was in the picture. But above that, on the top right corner, there was a picture of presumably Hanna. I had to pause it because I really thought it was CeCe. And I was like, why the hell does Spencer have a picture of CeCe in her book? We know that Allie and CeCe look alike, and so does Hanna. She looks like Allie, so why not Hanna and CeCe? I don't know. It's getting crazier and crazier here, guys. Now, Pretty Little Liars will return for the Christmas special, but they'll also be back before that. The cast is going to be answering some questions on October 21st. It looks great. There was a fucking picture of Maya for that preview. I'm just throwing that out there. Why the hell is Maya back? Like, is she back? Is she alive? What do you guys think? I need to know because I'm about to go crazy. I heard somewhere that Maya was not A. Marlene said Maya was not A. I really don't want this Maya to be A. I don't want Ren to be A. I want A to have been somebody that has been there the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, that will make me feel the most satisfied to know that they've been hiding in plain sight. I would love it. Not somebody that's, like, fucking disappeared for 40 million episodes and then finally comes back for, like, 12. No. It doesn't work for me. That was one more thing I wanted to say. Oh, the theory, there's stuff going around that Mona was watching Strangers on a Train last episode, as we all saw. And then in last night's episode, obviously she was murdered. Do we think that somebody killed Mona on Allie's orders? Like, maybe it was a Strangers on a Train situation where Allie wanted Mona dead and she exchanged the murder for murdering somebody else's person that they wanted dead. Does that make sense? I think it does. I don't know if you guys know about Strangers on a Train. Hopefully you know about it. If not, it's about 2 people that meet on a train really quickly. And they each are fed up with people in their lives. One of them is his dad, and the other one is his wife. And the one that wants to kill his dad says, I'll kill your wife if you kill my dad. Simple enough? Okay. So maybe Mona was killed in that kind of situation where somebody wanted her dead and a person that had no connection to her murdered her. That is all for this episode. Recap, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be doing my Theory Thursday video tomorrow, and I want to know what you guys want me to do it about. I'm thinking about, this is just one of the possible contenders. I'm thinking about doing it on Spencer and Melissa, that video. A lot of people have said that there's a hidden clue there, and I was going to look around and see if I could find any more meanings. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find enough. But I will think of something, if not that, or if you guys want to leave what you think I should do a Theory Thursday video on tomorrow, let me know in the comments below, and I will be more than happy to do a video on it. If you like this video, hit the like button or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I want 300 subscribers by the Christmas special for a free swag box giveaway. Check out another video that I did for that information. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave what you thought below, and I would be more than happy to talk with you about it. I loved this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night.